Hi guys, and welcome back to TomTalks. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And today we are going to be looking at the BRIT Awards. Now, I'm a bit late to the party on this, but January, quite busy getting back into the swing of things on the old industry me. Go check that out, of course. But I'm going to be looking at the BRIT Awards. And I thought I'd start off because there's a lot of chat online about who's nominated and who's not nominated, and we'll get to that. We'll get to my thoughts on that. But I first thought I should give a bit of context. So if you want to be nominated for a BRIT Award in categories outside the genre categories, and excluding the Rising Star Award, because that's basically the upcoming star, and if you've child or not, that doesn't really matter. But if you want a genre award, you need to have a top 40 single or a top 40 album in the eligibility period, which I believe is the 6th of December 2022 to the 6th of December 2023.
Time from the future here, just to clear up, it's from the 9th of December 2022 to the 8th of December 2023, not the dates I said before. Back to the video.
And with the rest of the awards, you need... For the Artist Awards, you need to have a top 40 album or 2 top 20 singles. And I imagine with the Single and Album Award, you need to be a top 40 album or a top 20 single. So that's just to give a bit of context to that, which makes some of these interesting. So we'll get into the awards, shall we? And the first one is British Album of the Year. And the nominees are Blur with The Ballad of Darren, J Hus, Beautiful and Brutal Yard, Little Sims, No Thank You, Ray, My 21st Century Blues, and Young Fathers with Heavy Heavy. I need to listen to the Young Fathers record. Slacked a bit last year when it came to new releases outside of like stuff I would obviously listen to or stuff that like I kind of had to listen to. So that's one of those records. And it was nominated for... Was it nominated for the Mercury Prize? I think it was. So I don't have any excuses on that record. As for the rest of them, no... Again, for me, I'd probably go with Little Sims, No Thank You, as I think that's by far the best record here. Not to say there's bad albums here, but like the Ray record, I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it as much as some people. The Blur record was good, but not amazing. The J Hus record was decent, but not fantastic in my opinion. I just think there's better albums that could have been nominated. Off the top of my head, the Potter Paper record should definitely be here. The Georgia Smith album should be on this list, I think. But yeah, it's... The album of the year is always a weird one. Some years you get really good, some years it's a bit of a mixed bag. And with this one, there's nothing bad here, but like... I imagine the Young Fathers record's pretty good. The Little Sims album's pretty good. I don't think... Yeah, Ray, fair enough, but like... I don't know, I just, maybe I'm hating a bit, but I was not that impressed by that new J Hus record per se. And the Blur album, I enjoyed it. I think it wasn't as amazing as it could have been. Move on to Song of the Year, we've got Calvin and Ellie Goulding, Calvin Harris and Ellie Goulding with Miracle, which is a track I enjoy, but I've listened to it too many times now, so. Casso, Ray and D Block Hewitt with Prada, which... pretty good remix of a track that I did enjoy, and I now enjoy it, so it did its job. Central C's Let Go. I thought this was fine when it first came out, but some of it is a bit cringe. It's very much sort of the last legs of the let's sample something and put it on a drill track era, which hopefully we'll be seeing less of. David Central C with Sprinter, which not my favourite track on that EP, but it did very well, and it is an enjoyable track. Dua Lipa Dance the Night. That track is a banger. It very much deserves to be here. Ed Sheeran, Eyes Closed. I mean, I haven't listened to the new Ed Sheeran record, but from the singles I heard, and this track in particular, I was a bit like, you know. The J Hus and Drake track, Who Told You? That track grew on me slightly, but Drake's verse is still pretty eh. Kenya Grace with Strangers, a decent little pop dance track. Didn't blow me away or anything. Lewis Capaldi, Wish You the Best. I don't like Lewis Capaldi, but he's going to be here, isn't he? Pink Panther's Boy's a Liar. Banger. Fantastic track. One of the best like mainstream tracks of the year. Great appeal in lots of areas. It's a great track. Ray and 070 Shake Escapism, very good pop single. Did very well and deservedly so. Rudimental Charlotte Pang and Vibe Chemistry with Dancing is Healing. Not the best dance track to cross over into the mainstream, but pretty good. I enjoyed it. I listened to it a fair bit. Obviously, Debbie with Fire Babe. Yeah, that was a good track. I enjoyed it. I'm not saying I've listened to it a lot, but it's a good track. Switch Disco and Heather Henderson with React. I do enjoy this track, even though it goes against sort of my principles on these sort of like sample heavy tracks. Then Venby and Goddard with Messy and Heaven, which I enjoyed. I played it a fair bit. My favourite track on here, probably Pink Panther's Boy's a Liar. I'd really like to see that win. I'd be very happy to see Ray win for Escapism, or Dua Lipa, Dance the Night. The rest of the tracks here, I think the only tracks that I'd be like not wanting it to see it go to is probably like the Ed Sheeran and the Lewis Capaldi tracks, and probably the J Hus as well. But yeah, no, there's some decent songs here. There's a few pretty good ones too. You know, I can't complain about this category too much. British Artist of the Year, we got Arlo Parks, who I was in love with a new album, but I thought she released some good stuff. Central C, yeah, the stuff with Dave was decent, I guess. He had a decent year. Dave, you know, he released that EP with Central C and there was good tracks on there, but Dave didn't really do that much this year, in my opinion, personally. But, you know, Dua Lipa, again, Dua Lipa released like 2 singles, which fits the eligibility category, I guess, but like, she didn't really release that much this year. Fred again, fair enough. Fred again released a lot of bangers this year. A lot of my favourite songs of the year. J Hus, yeah, I'm fine with J Hus being here. There was some good stuff from that record. Jessie Ware, yes. Again, where's Jessie Ware at Album of the Year? That was a fantastic album. I know it's my Album of the Year, but like, that should be there. Her last album was, why is this one not? But yeah, Jessie Ware, yeah, fantastic. Little Sims, yeah, well deserved. Olivia Dean, did not love that new record, but Olivia Dean is a talented artist. I'm fine with her being here. And then Ray, obviously Ray's going to be here. Who would I give it to personally? Probably Fred again or Little Sims. One of those two personally. I don't understand again why Potter Paper or Georgia Smith are not nominated for this award either, but like Dua Lipa and Dave being here is a bit, you know, they didn't really release that much this year. I think other people are a bit more deserving to be on the list than those two. Little Sims or Fred again. I'd be happy to see Jessie Ware win as well, but like, those two for me. British group, we got Blur, we got Chase and Status, we got Headie and K-Trap, still need to listen to that record. Jungle and Young Fathers. A very good selection of choices here. And although I'm happy with it, I think it would have been hilarious if they nominated Gorillaz to see Blur and Gorillaz go up against each other. They could have done something funny with that, but Gorillaz' new album was decent but not amazing, so I don't mind them not being here. I would personally give this to Chase and Status, I guess, because I really enjoyed a lot of the new stuff from them. But yeah, I'd be happy for anyone on this list to win. I think they're all deserving to be here. They're all very talented, so yeah. Great pick. BRIT Awards. Pop act, we've got Calvin Harris. I mean, Calvin Harris's new stuff was like, it wasn't really that poppy. Miracle was a trance song. Desire wouldn't have been out of place in a rave, to be honest. Like, he didn't really make pop music this year. Charlie XCX, yeah. I don't mind Charlie being here. I love Charlie's music, but she released a couple of singles, basically. So, Dua Lipa again. I've said what I think. Olivia Dean. Is Olivia Dean pop? Like, she has some pop appeal, but I wouldn't say she's pop. And then we got Ray. Give this award to Ray, personally. I think Ray had a fantastic year, and I think she did the most out of all these artists. We then got Best R&B Act. We got Cleo Sol. Cleo Sol released 2 very good records. We got Georgia Smith. Nice to see her finally nominated here. Mahalia very much deserves to be here. Ray is here for some reason, even though she doesn't really make R&B. And then we got Salt. Cleo Sol has 2 nominations in this category. Who would I give this to? I'd probably go Cleo Sol, to be honest. I think Cleo Sol had a fantastic year, released 2 very good records. I would be mad to see the other nominee. I mean, if Ray wins this award, I think that's... The thing is, the genre categories are voted for by people, so I feel like Ray would win based on popularity, which I think is a bit unfair. But like Ray's not really making R&B music on this record, so I don't understand why she's here. Why not put Flo here? You know, they had that song with Missy Elliott, which was a top 40 single, which means they would fit here. I don't understand why Flo's not nominated here. I mean, obviously there's loads of talented R&B acts who can't be nominated because of the awards, but why is Flo not been nominated? I don't understand that. That seems like a bit of a weird omission. I don't know.
So I have a few more thoughts about this award. I mean, firstly, Ray technically does qualify because I forgot about The Weekend with Stormzy, and also I think Escapism is classed as an R&B song, although I wouldn't class it as an R&B song, and there's probably other tracks as well. But I feel like putting her in 2 categories is like a bit of an unfair advantage on the other artists. And also, when I did some digging, Cleo Sol and Salt didn't qualify by the award's own metrics because they don't have any top 40 albums or top 40 singles. So yeah, it really feels like they've thrown Flo under the bus here. Yeah, the way they've done this category is very strange. I don't understand. But, yeah, back to the...
Best Dance Act, we got Barry Can't Swim. That's really cool to see Barry Can't Swim here. Becky Hill, Calvin Harris, Fred Again, and Romy. Happy with that category, to be honest. I think everyone deserves to be there somewhat. I'd obviously want to see Fred Again win, personally. Another great year for him. But, of course, I'm sure Becky Hill will win. And I'm sure she'll get all the nominees wrong again. That would be funny if she did it a 3rd time in a row. That would be kind of embarrassing for her. But, we'll see.
I will say it's kind of odd how Chase and Status are nominated for Best Group but not Best Dance Act, considering they were one of the biggest things in the dance scene. I'd probably put them in over Becky Hill, but they're not going to not nominate Becky Hill because Becky Hill is one of the biggest acts in dance house and drum and bass as well this year. But yeah, it's just a bit... Again, the Brit Awards being a bit weird.
Best Rock Alternative Act, we've got Blur, Bring Me The Horizon. Love to see them here. Saw them the other week. The new Rolling Stones, it's not for me. It just sounds like that old man type music where they know they're past their best and they're like just being old. Young Fathers and Yusuf Days. Yusuf Days makes jazz music. Is that alternative? I feel like it's a bit weird to put Yusuf Days in the rock category because that's essentially what this is. Yeah, I'm very happy that Yusuf Days has been nominated for a Brit Award. I think he's a very talented artist, but why is he in this category? I'd probably give it to Blur, personally. Although it'd be really cool to see Bring Me The Horizon with a Brit Award, or Young Fathers, to be honest. But yeah, they've made some weird choices on the genre categories. Don't give it the Rolling Stones. Let's outvote the old fogies. Let's not give it the Rolling Stones, please. Best hip hop grime rap act. Yeah, there's no grime artists here. I've talked about this before. We got Cass Is Dead. Love that. Love to see Cass Is Dead here. Central C, Dave, J Hus, Little Sims. I'd give this to Little Sims personally. Pot of Paper should be here, but he's not. You know, Cass Is Dead would be cool as well. But yeah, Little Sims should be here. Should arguably Dines be here? Maybe. I wouldn't give him the award personally, but it's arguable. Best New Artist. This is the one that caused the most stir because it's laughable, really. Mahalia, you know, the person who's just released her 3rd studio album. Her last studio album was in the UK Top 40. She's had singles in the charts prior to last year. That Mahalia, yeah, the new artist. Olivia Dean, yeah, fair enough. Olivia Dean did well. She's a new artist. Pink Pantheress, a charting mixtape, several charting singles prior to last year. She's here. Ray's here, you know, that artist that blew up in the mid-2010s, has had numerous top 40 singles, has had top 10 singles, has had platinum singles. that new artist. Yusuf Days, I will sort of I won't let go, actually. He had that album with Tom Misch that I'm pretty sure that charted in the top 10. So he's not a new artist. This award stinks. It stinks. It stinks of, oh, well, we didn't really know this artist. It stinks of, we don't really know what's going on in the music scene. It stinks. It absolutely stinks, this award does. It's absolute rubbish. And I'd say give it to Olivia Dean, because she's the only artist who should be here. No disrespect to the other artists. They're all very talented. Pink Pantheress should arguably be the Pop Award, to be honest. The other artists are all nominated before. But yeah, this award stinks. It stinks. And I think it's a big disrespect to all those artists and all the great music they've put out over the years. But yeah, that award stinks. International Artist of the Year, we got
A Sharky.
Burna Boy, Caroline Polachek, love to see that. C-Mat, an artist I've not actually heard of, I'll have to check them out. Kylie Minogue, Lana Del Rey, Miley Cyrus, Olivia Rodrigo, SZA, and Taylor Swift. I'm going to say Caroline Polachek or SZA. I'd also be happy, or Lana or Olivia. One of those four will do for me personally. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's just been releasing re-versions of her old stuff. Don't give it to her. Don't give it Kylie Minogue. Her new stuff was a bit give it to one of those four. They deserve it. Especially Caroline. I love to see that Caroline's here. That's great to see Caroline here. International Group of the Year. We got Blink-182, which I wasn't particularly big on the new stuff. Boy Genius, Foo Fighters, Gabriels, and Paramore. I've not really listened to any of these people's music, but I'd probably go Paramore, I guess. I like from what I heard of their new stuff, sounded pretty good. I imagine it'll go to Boy Genius, though, which is fair. And finally, Best International Song. We got Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? Love that track. David Kushner, Daylight. I enjoy that. Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red. We got Jazzy with Giving Me. That was an enjoyable little dance cut. Libyanka, People. I think that's really good. Nice chill vibe on that track. Megan Trainor Made You Look. At least it's not Mother, but it's still not a good track. Miley Cyrus, Flowers. I think that's an enjoyable single, although slightly overhyped. Noah Kahan, Stick Season. I think is a good track. Oliver Tree and Robin Schulz, Miss You. I'm very surprised to see that here. Oliver Tree getting nominated for a BRIT Award is interesting, though. Olivia Rodrigo with Vampire. Not my favourite single, personally, but it's a good track. Peggy Goo with It Goes Like Na 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 Na. Banger. Rema, Calm Down. Is this... I mean, this track came out at the start of 2022. I suppose the Selena Gomez remix did help it do well, I guess. It's a good track, so, you know. SZA, Kill Bill. Really enjoy that track. A Tate McRae, Greedy. An actually good Tate McRae track. And Tyler with Water, which is pretty good. Pretty catchy. I would personally go for the Billie Eilish track. I think that is definitely my favourite here. I love that track. I would also be quite happy to see it go to Peggy Goo or Rema or SZA or Tyler. There's a lot of good songs here. And then, of course, the Rising Star Award went to The Last Dinner Party. And yeah, they're doing bits, man. They're doing bits. It looks like they're about to get their first top 40 single as they are climbing up the Spotify charts currently. So congrats to them. And they beat out Katie Baser, who I have heard of, has some decent tracks, and Seku, a soul artist who I'm interested to learn more about. But that's my thoughts on the BRIT Award nominees. What do I have to say? I have a few things to say. First of all, Pot of Paper not being nominated anywhere is a disgrace. Georgia Smith not being nominated in any of the main categories is a disgrace. The New Artist Award is laughable. And some of the genre awards are very strange. The decisions made on those, I really don't understand. I don't get it. But, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like, the BRIT Awards, they've made some odd choices here. Some very odd choices. But there you have it. The BRIT Award nominees. And my thoughts personally. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you happy with the nominees? Are you not happy? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Let me know. I'm interested to see. But until next time, folks, this has been another Tom Talks.